What's up, world? eCussionist is here. This is lesson number 2 of the first trimester in 2025. I am here hosting free lessons every single Wednesday on NGO Radio Terra's YouTube channel at 4 p.m. Come sit with me for 30 minutes and shed, and I'll give you some of the information that I have, and every week we'll build upon the stuff that we talked about last time and add some new things to the repertoire. Today I'm going to be talking about hip-hop breaks as a way to look backwards at R&B, funk, rock, and forwards at jungle and drum and bass. I'm going to start out and I'm going to warm up with some single stroke rolls, a double stroke roll, and a single paradiddle. And these are the 3 most important rudiments that a drummer should know. This is like the carrot, celery, and onions of the rudiment world, right? And if you're that new to drumming, know that rudiments are like drummers' scales. Like a trombonist or a singer needs to know their scales. They want to be proficient in the language of music, so we need to learn our rudiments. So this is right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. The single stroke roll. Uses the big muscles in your arm and your shoulders. It uses the primary muscles, and so you'll get bigger power strokes from that, and that can lend itself to rock drumming, and it can lend itself to power fills and just a more deep sound. Each impact will be that much more impactful. Here's the double stroke roll, and this uses some of the smaller muscles in our wrist, arms, and this is great for fast rolls and the usage of roughs and drags, knowing how to do doubles with one hand. So this is right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. So the double stroke roll. The double stroke roll is really, really great because you can turn it into a buzz roll like this. Double stroke roll. And then finally the single paradiddle, which is sort of a combination of singles and doubles, which is right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. It's like a dance or a mirror image of itself. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. And then I can turn it into a beat as well. So let's check this out. I was just playing around with some accents with the paradiddle, accenting each 16th note and then keeping the other ones ghosted. We'll talk about that in future lessons, but that's the paradiddle. Now let me just show you what it sounds like when I take the paradiddle and make a beat out of it. This is why it's so versatile. You can rock out with it. You can keep it funky. I just like it. I just think it's a cool beat, and you can walk it through a lot of different variations. There's also something called a double paradiddle and a triple paradiddle. But let's get to these drum breaks because that's the thing that's most fun and important to me. So let's look at this first drum break. It's called Impeach the President. And mind you, each one of these drum breaks, just look up how many songs have sampled them to know how famous these drum breaks are. Remember, they've kept us going musically throughout generations of music makers from the 70s all the way up till now in almost every genre of music and beyond. So let's look at Impeach the President. This is by the Honey Drops. Excuse me, the Honey Drippers. Jake Nagel is the drummer. Here it is. I'm going to slow it down a little bit, just like I'm going to do that with all these beats. So check this out. Right, it's got this really cool little ghost note kick overlap that gives it a nice thickness and a nice texture for me. Let's just hear what it sounds like with another snare drum. I kind of like it with the ring on it. Check it out. It dampened it. So just something to think about. You know, you can modify the heads of the drums with tambourines or shakers or goat's toenails or these plastic rings that dampen the head. So this is Impeach the President with the dampened head. So impeach the president. It's been used in everything. It's just funky. It's just dope. All right, let's get to the next one. This is probably one of my favorites of all time, and this has been sampled by Jay Dilla. Jay Dilla's is probably my favorite version of this, besides Thundercats and besides the original, which is the Isley Brothers' "Footsteps in the Dark." All right, let's check it out. You get the point. The hi-hat work on that, the subtle bass drum work, it's simple yet effective. It's a 2-bar loop, and it can be played at any tempo, and to me it sounds really, really, really good. Let's check the time here. All right, we still got some time. So, yes, I just bought a new drum throne, and let me say that the Rockin' Sock Nitro is amazing. It feels amazing to just, it's a great seat. So that was Footsteps in the Dark. So let's move on. The next drum break that I'm going to talk about is James Brown, Funky Drummer. And this is played by Clyde Stubblefield. And this is incredible. Oh, mind you, I just want to give shout out to Ernie Isley. He played drums on Footsteps in the Dark. All right, this is the Funky Drummer. So really the magic in this beat for me is that hi-hat work, the hi-hat foot stuff. Right? It's so nasty. So I actually learned this beat with Slick Rick. I was doing a couple spot dates with a band called Lifted Crew, and we were backing up Slick Rick, and this was at Brooklyn Bowl, and we had to do this exact drum break with Slick. So again, I had to get this one together, and this one has the grace notes. So check out, Google James Brown's Funky Drummer. This has been used in everything. Funky drummer. Really, really dope. Speed this way up. Now you can start to see how it's getting into breakbeat territory, right? So, speaking of breakbeats, let's go over here to the Amen break. Shout out to DJ Protege, who really introduced me to the importance of this break, and I can't thank him enough. This is one of the newer breaks that I've been learning, so I'm gonna go ahead and give myself some grace if I played incorrectly the first time. But this is the Amen break, and this thing has been directly used in drum and bass and jungle especially, as well as American golden era hip hop. This is George Coleman, the drummer George Coleman, and this came from the Winstons. Okay. So sped up, you can see how this thing is really, really drum and bass or jungle. that's just dope. That's chaos. That's chaos in a bottle. I love that beat so much. Slowed down, it's also nice. Right? So again, if you can really hear the metronome super clear, the defined edges of the metronome, then it means you have to adjust your tempo, right? And this is a new tempo with this beat for me, so let's work it out. This is me demonstrating how to lock in a little bit more. So it's a nice drum break. So, and you can take these in any direction. You can put them on the open hi-hat and rock out some more. But, all this stuff has to have its own swing to it. And, it's not necessarily this type of swing. Right? But it's its own swing. Right, so I encourage everybody to explore how you can play these grooves. Google all of these grooves. Impeach the President, the Funky Drummer, Amen Break, and Footsteps in the Dark. All right? This is Ecussionist here, signing off. This has been lesson number 2 of the first trimester of 2025. Shout out to Roland. Shout out to Tamburo Drums. Shout out to Icon Microphones. Shout out to everybody that supports this. Shout out to NGO Radio Terra. Big up Drummer Life Forever. Peace and blessings. See you next Wednesday.